I am beyond excited to start a brand new island in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I'm excited to bring you with me on the journey. The concept for this island is flower core, and more specifically, it's just an entire island where I want my gameplay and my decorating to be inspired by my love of the flowers in Animal Crossing. So I'm letting this simple premise of my love for flower breeding and flower management and just how beautiful all the flowers are in game to guide our day-to-day gameplay decisions as well as the ultimate decorating of the entire island. So while Timmy and Tommy explain the details of this fantastic island getaway package, I'd like to explain to you how we're going to go about this island and what you can expect to see in this video series. I hope that you'll enjoy me sharing my process for this island, and ultimately I hope it inspires you to reinvent the game for yourself in a way that meets your personal gaming needs. I'll explain more on that as we start this new island together, but in general, I know a lot of people are experiencing burnout with Animal Crossing in 2024, and I'm always attracted to the creative challenge of thinking of new ways to play games I love. There is no theme for this island other than a major focus on flowers, but I have been brainstorming ideas for this island for quite a while, so I took those into consideration when choosing my map. I know, for example, that I want to keep Blathers in his tent instead of upgrading the museum, so I ended up going with this map specifically because of the peninsula and unterraformed land at the back of the island. I thought this would be a lovely spot for his little research area. I did this reset expecting to re-roll at least a few times until I found a good layout, but that unique peninsula really sold me and I just went for it. I also like that there is plenty of continuous flat land up front to set up my initial flower breeding farms, and that Resident Services has a good amount of space for me to build a cute transition from the airport to what's going to be our main town plaza. The native fruit and flower weren't super important to me because I'm planning to breed every single flower by the time it's all said and done, and airport color wasn't really a factor either. Since I'm going to showcase every flower variant on this island, there isn't going to be any single color scheme. We are ready to embrace the chaos of every possible garden palette here. That being said, I was really excited when I got an orange airport because I've never had one before, and I think it is the prettiest airport color. My initial reaction to my two starter villagers was a very pronounced ew. I'm not super familiar with either of these villagers, but I did not think they were cute at all. But let me know in the comments, maybe you feel differently. Tell me where you stand on Quinn and Teddy. I was not vibing with it initially. In general, I'm not a huge fan of the eagle villagers, but I have to say I turned around on Quinn very quickly. Like, at first, hard no, and then once I gave it a moment's pause to really appreciate her color palette and her features, I actually realized that a regal and distinguished eagle girly was exactly what I needed to help set the foundation of my Flower Core Island. Teddy, on the other hand, can go. I am definitely not feeling him at all. So now I'd like to talk more about my vision for this island and why I think it's a good remedy for burnout. I know that a really popular trend right now for people restarting is a forever island. The idea that you'll get back to the original intended gameplay of Animal Crossing New Horizons, enjoying the day-to-day aspects of the game without taking advantage of exploits like time travel and treasure islands. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is not my forever island. That is not at all where I am on my Animal Crossing journey. But I am creating for myself a gameplay structure where I can focus on enjoying the actual gameplay elements instead of just speedrunning the 3-star grind in order to flatten and work solely on decorating a hyper-focused theme island. Don't get me wrong, I love a hyper-themed island. My last island was an incredibly thorough and detailed recreation of Fallout 76. The final tour of that is also on my YouTube channel. And I loved every second of making that passion project come true. However, for this island, I wanted to go for something totally different. Not just in how I decorate, but also how I play the game. I will be taking advantage of time travel and treasure islands, but in very specific, self-structured ways. The main aspect of the early game grind that I want to keep intact is everything that has to do with cultivating flowers. I will not be getting any of my flowers or shrubs from treasure islands. I will be dedicated from the earliest days to a methodical approach for breeding every single flower variant found in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Flower breeding was one of the first things I got kind of obsessed with on my very first island, and I'm excited to get back to it because there are 3 flowers I never did get on my original island. The purple pansies, purple windflowers, and the elusive blue rose. So for this island, we'll be getting all of them, and every flower and every flower garden combination possible will be given an area to be spotlighted on our final version of the island. Throughout this series, I can't wait to share all the sources I looked at for decorating inspiration and flower breeding strategies, as well as the progress we make each day making Petalsoft a reality. I'm excited to dive into a lot of flower management and experimenting with different garden palettes. And while I do have several build ideas for the island, I also want to let that garden experimentation guide the decorating process itself. So like I said, there's no single theme or color palette that I have preconceived for this island. I'm really excited to incorporate some organic storytelling into the island as well. As my villagers and I spend our days together caring for the flowers, I'm hoping that those relaxing times in the garden will provide authentic moments that will inspire the island builds and develop a kind of lore. And now it's time to name our new island. I had a short list of favorites that I floated around to some friends for feedback, and it really came down to these 2. So I typed both of them in and ended up going with Petalsoft because I just liked the look of it better. And with that, it's about time for me to finish up the first day of my brand new island. I started this island in the spring because I feel like that's just the most ideal time for gardening and flower management. And like I said, I will be taking advantage of time travel, but I'm still going to be documenting each day and really try to make each day of gameplay count. I do stream Animal Crossing and other cozy games on my Twitch channel if you want to follow me there for live progress each week. But here on YouTube, I plan on sharing edited Let's Plays for each chapter of Petalsoft, including my off-stream progress. Day 2 of my island I streamed earlier this week on Twitch, so the next video of the series will be coming very soon, so be sure to subscribe to get notified when the next installment of Petalsoft is available. If you have any suggestions for the island, for addressing burnout more broadly, or for whatever else you'd like me to focus on in the episodes to come, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.